This is Matthew Cratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about my new favorite online brokerage account. And hint, it's not Robinhood. Before I start, you should know that unlike most YouTubers that discuss the stock market, that have stock market channels, I have zero commercial sponsors. The ads you see before any of my videos obviously are very personalized. They're generated for you by YouTube. I have no idea what's being served up to you, but I'm not otherwise being paid or otherwise compensated by anyone that I recommend. I do talk about Coinbase, Gemini, Trezor, etc. I'm not being paid by any of these companies, and they're not perfect, but I just disclose which products and which companies I happen to be using at the time. Now, the nice thing about not having commercial sponsors is that it's very easy for me to switch products or switch brokers and not be locked into promoting one thing like you'll see with many YouTubers. Now, I used to recommend Robinhood to everyone, and again, not because I was being paid by them, just because they were my new favorite account for their zero commissions and the fact that you could trade options and futures in the same account. Obviously, we had the whole GameStop mess, and I think that Robinhood behaved very poorly. I go into a lot of details in this video from the end of January, which I'll link to below. The basic summary, though, is that Robinhood should never have halted full cash purchases of stocks like GME, AMC, and other meme stocks. It's one thing if you're trying to short some of these stocks or if you're trying to buy them on margin. I can sort of understand not allowing you to trade them in that way, but it's not as bad as not allowing you to. So I should say that it's terrible not to let you do anything in your account with your money, but these are sort of leveraged, shorting things, buying things with margin are leveraged versions of your account. So if Robinhood had just done that, had just stopped people from doing that, it would have been somewhat understandable. Still bad, but not as bad as not allowing you to buy stock with cash that's sitting in your account, that's cleared, that's 100% settled. Now, the other bad thing that they did, which the company has denied, I believe. I still believe that they did this. There are just too many accounts of this online where they actually liquidated positions in people's accounts. You can see here, due to the unreasonable risk involved in brokering your position, we have closed your 4,500 shares of GME for an average price. So they basically executed trades without the user's permission. When I saw this was really the final straw, because you can't have a trading account where the broker can just close your position. It's one thing if you're getting a margin call, if you have a leveraged position, etc. But this does not look like a margin call to me. This looks like Robinhood protecting themselves at the expense of a retail investor. So they're dead to me. I deleted my Robinhood account, and it looks like the brand is really in trouble. Tons and tons of people have been deleting their Robinhood account. But today I wanted to talk about my new favorite online broker. Now, I have multiple accounts. It's, I should say from the start, that if you can, try to have as many online accounts, trading platforms as possible. And this has become possible now simply because a lot of these have zero account minimum. So you can open up one up with $100, move the $100 to another broker, open that up. And that way, if you're really serious about this game, excuse me, you'll have access if one of them imposes some restrictions. So if you're short GME, let's say you're short, GME is a bad example. You don't want to be short that. But if say you're short Microsoft in one account and they won't let you buy it, you can always buy it in another account and you can sort of hedge your position. So this becomes useful. And you can also wire money between different brokers fairly quickly. So I would recommend having as many accounts as possible. You can even have $10 in each of them. So this shouldn't be a problem with small trading accounts. This is what I've been doing for many years. I have accounts at basically every U.S. broker that you can imagine. But right now I want to talk about my favorite ones. If you're an active trader, I would say the top three that I think are ahead of the pack one would be Fidelity Active Trader Pro. This comes with a Fidelity account. I would say that this is beginning to look a little bit dated. It's still functional. Likewise, Schwab has Street Smart Edge, Street Smart Pro. These are their active trader pieces. You can also, and obviously in all of these, use their web trading or use different, maybe slower online platforms if you're not a super active trader, if you're more of an investor as well. So these are both good. The best thing about them, that the actual trading software looks a little bit dated in both of these cases for Schwab and Fidelity, but these are both really legitimate companies. They're huge. They carry a lot of extra insurance, account insurance above and beyond the SIPC insurance, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And so they're just very safe places. They've been around forever. They're kind of the old school dinosaurs. Nothing super exciting about them, but they are secure places to hold your account. Now, my new favorite broker is Weeble. Now, Weeble is not perfect, and they do the same sort of payment for order flow that Robinhood did. This is what you can expect when you're paying zero commissions. I personally don't think payment for order flow is that bad of a thing. I don't think it really affects the price that you're getting, your fills, even though technically these companies like Citadel are front running your order. I think you're paying, if you're being front run, you're being paid, you're losing out a penny or so, and being able to trade a stock for a penny as opposed to the old commissions, which were $2 or $5 or $9, or even in the old days, $99. I think it's worth it. And there's still SEC rules about having to give the customer the best price that's available on all the different exchanges and different trading pools. So Weeble is not perfect in the sense that they do payment for order flow. I don't think that's a big problem. The other thing you have to think about, Weeble is a Chinese-owned company. We don't really know what's being done with the personal data. At this point, I assume all of my data has been stolen and leaked by China, leaked to China. There was a 60 Minutes report a few weeks back that talked about even how if you've done not 23andMe, but one of these other genetic sequencing companies where you can look at your DNA, that stuff has been sold to China as well. So not the best situation. That being said, China probably already has your name. If you're a U.S. citizen, China probably already has your name, your home address, your social security number, etc. They don't have your trading data unless you open up something with Weeble. So that would be one downside, and I'm not happy with it. That being said, Weeble still has all the U.S. Account insurance program. So it's a member of SIPC. It is SIPC protects your accounts up to $250,000 in cash or up to $500,000 in securities. This is what most brokers have. And if you open up an account, always make sure if you're in the U.S. that it has SIPC coverage. I'm not as familiar with how this works in other countries. Weeble settles through Apex Clearing, who's purchased an additional insurance policy, and they insure you up to an aggregate of $37 million for one customer's securities, $900,000 for any one customer's cash. Again, if there were a problem, a real systemic problem, the insurance might not be able to cover everyone, but this is a problem with many different accounts. I would guess that Schwab and Fidelity have a little more protection than this, a little higher insurance limits the last time I checked. So these are the pros and cons that you have to weigh for yourself. That being said, Weeble is just a really slick trading platform. They obviously have a mobile app, they have web-based orders, and then they have the desktop app, which is what I've been using. And what's really nice, it's available for Windows and for Mac. TradeStation's another interesting broker. They're also a little bit dated. They do good back testing, but the problem is they're not available for Mac, so I tend not to use them as much as I used to. So this is really great about Weeble. You can download the desktop program, which sits as an app on your laptop or on your desktop. This is what it looks like inside. What's neat is you can toggle between different stocks. You can trade cryptocurrencies that I don't recommend. This would be a paper form of Bitcoin, but you can trade stocks and options, which is what I used Robinhood for. It's got a great trading interface. You can set up a watch list. You can set up a customized screen, which I go into in my courses. They also have a really nice nice screening, nice heat maps, nice list of stocks hitting new 52-week highs and hot stocks, various ways of screening between industries, etc. So that's what the platform looks like inside, and I've been very pleased with it. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks, really just sort of testing it out. One problem that people will point out is that Weeble does clear through the Apex Clearing Corp. They're a big settlement firm, clearing and settlement firm that did for other brokers like Tasty Trades, I believe, and a few others. They basically shut off the ability for people to buy GameStop shares as well. And so this was a problem that it wasn't a decision at the company level as it was, I understand, at Robinhood, but it was at the clearinghouse level. Now, again, this isn't good. This might be a reason. I believe Schwab and Fidelity did not freeze accounts in these meme stocks, so that might be a reason to go with them if you can stand the sort of inferior technology. And so this isn't perfect, but we mustn't let the perfect, as they say, be the enemy of the good. So I would say that the biggest thing, though, is that even though Weeble is guilty of payment for order flow, which I think, again, isn't a huge deal, and the fact that they did freeze trading in some of these names for a shorter period of time, the really big distinction is that, as far as I can tell, and you can tell me if you've heard something different, Weeble never closed out users' positions against their will, even assuming this wasn't a margin call, a margin position, a leverage position that was closed. I'll link here where it talks about how Weeble makes money, payment for order flow, stock loan, all the typical things, but they don't charge commissions, and as a result, they're a good substitute for Robinhood, where you don't have to pay any commissions. Now, if you want to really delve a little bit deeper into this platform and see how I use it, see what my setup is, I just updated my Learn to Trade Stocks Like a Pro course, and I have a couple lectures on how to pick the best online broker that really does a more in-depth version than what we've talked about today, especially this one, how to set up your trading platform. You'll get to see inside exactly how I've customized Weeble, how the different widgets and apps inside of Weeble work. And so if that's your thing, if you want a little bit more help setting up your trading platform, including how to set up charts using TradingView as well, you should check out this course. This really is a way to take you from A to Z in your trading journey, especially if you're a beginner trader. If you're a more advanced trader, you should check out my advanced courses like Momentum Stock Secrets, Learn to Day Trade Like a Pro, and I have 14 or 15 different courses on here. One of my favorite ones that's really I've been using a lot lately is Swing Trading with Options, where I buy and sell call options on momentum stocks. And this is a really great way of growing a small account using some embedded leverage. And Weeble is great for this because you can trade both stocks and options for zero commissions. So if this is something that interests you, you can click on the link in the description notes below. It will take you to this join page. You can click on any of these boxes and that will show you the list of lectures. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can click where it says Get It Now, and that will take you to this checkout page. Then normally access to my Learn to Trade Stocks Like a Pro course and all of the other courses, including my list of favorite momentum stocks. Normally access to that is just $125 for 30 days access. But I want to give you a special coupon. If you go to this page and you scroll down and you click right here where it says have a coupon code and you type in YT99, click update, that will take $26 off, so you get everything, access to everything for 30 days for just $99. You can cancel at any time. You can watch all the courses in the first 30 days and then cancel, and you won't be charged again. There are no long-term contracts or anything like that. But I do update the lectures, and I'm in the process of creating some new courses as well. And so when you join, if you've taken all the courses and you see something that's missing that you'd like to learn, you can let me know, and I'll create a completely new course just for you, and then I'll share it with everyone. who's a subscriber to Trader University Premium. And this way I hope to make it really the best online resource for traders and investors who want to understand how the stock market works, how futures, options, and cryptocurrencies work as well, and who want to really learn trading strategies that are working in today's markets. Not what worked 5 years ago, but what works today. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.